Self-care when you have little kids, what does that even look like? Okay, one way that I practice self-care is I have made a promise to myself that I will not do anything major before I have had my cup of coffee. Now, I do have a 3-year-old and a little 1-year-old who's teething, and that means I can't do absolutely nothing until I've had my coffee, of course, but I just promised myself that I'm not going to do anything major. So I'm not going to start our homeschool day. I'm not going to start my cleaning routine. You know, I'm just gonna kind of coast and do the bare minimum until I have had my coffee. When I'm talking about self-care and practicing self-care, for me, it looks like a lot of little things that I do during my day or throughout my week to just be nice to myself. I'm not really going to a spa or getting a massage or mani-pedis or that kind of self-care. I'm just looking for little ways that I can incorporate self-care into my day. All right, it is the afternoon and it is almost nap time, which is glorious. As you know, my oldest doesn't really nap anymore, but he still has a quiet time, and that is key to my next tip, which is something I try to do every day, and that is during afternoon nap time, I try to lay down and get some rest myself. I'm not necessarily falling asleep. It takes me way too long to fall asleep for that to be successful. However, just laying down and getting a little bit of rest is a great way that I take care of myself and just give myself a little bit of a gift. Now, I know that a lot of people love to use nap time to try to clean or get stuff done that's maybe a little bit easier to do when the kids aren't up and about. And I do that from time to time, but I am such a big believer in rest, and you need rest. I follow a daily and a weekly cleaning routine that keeps my house in running order, everything tidied up and cleaned up, and it allows me to be able to take that extra time to rest. So, highly recommend that if you are not already doing that, to use nap time to lay down and get a little rest. Okay, speaking of naps, I just got up from nap time, got the kids up, and they are currently watching a show. So that is another thing that I do for my self-care and sanity is I try to be very strategic with screen time. So I save up our screen time for the afternoon when I know that there's a couple of things I need to get done, specifically making dinner. So this way the kids can watch their show and enjoy that, and I can get some uninterrupted time to make dinner, and it's not quite so crazy. So that is something that I really appreciate. Maybe that wouldn't work for you, but it might work for you to use your screen time for other things. So just being really strategic with that screen time, I have found to be very helpful. There's another thing that I've done very recently that I wanted to share with you, and that is that I did a complete overhaul of our bedroom. So this is brand new, and I'm so excited about it. Obviously, this is not something that you're able to do all of the time, of course. We have had this same bedding, same setup for years and years now, and I thought it was time for a little refresh. Everything I got was under $200, and I'll link everything below in the description box in case you see something that you're interested in. But I thought it would be so nice to just give my husband and I a little refresh on the space where we go to sleep, where we end up spending a lot of time. So I just did a little refresh of our bedding and our bedroom area, and it was so nice, and I am so glad that I did it. And like I said, if you see anything that you like, I'll link it below. It was very affordable to get it done, and it was long overdue, I assure you. A few other things I like to do for self-care for myself that don't take a whole lot of time is putting my phone on Do Not Disturb and just tucking it away for a little while. This will vary by person, but I've just noticed that for myself personally, if I spend too much time scrolling, I really tend to get in my head a lot more and I'm not as happy. So putting my phone on Do Not Disturb and just putting it out of sight, out of mind for a couple of hours every day has been a huge benefit for me, and it might be something that could help you too. I also love just setting the atmosphere in my home. So I try to do this in the morning, but sometimes I don't get around to it till the afternoon. But things like opening the blinds and lighting a candle, those are just little bitty touches that just kind of lift the atmosphere in my home, and it just makes it really nice. And it's a sweet thing to do for myself and for the people that I share my home with, you know, just a small act of love for all of us to help brighten our spirits a little bit. I'm gonna make some dinner. Feeding yourself and your family healthy, delicious food is another great way that you can care for yourself and show yourself a little bit of love. I hope that everything I shared with you was able to inspire you and motivate you a little bit to find little ways throughout your day that you can give yourself some care. There's so many ways that you can be kind and wonderful to yourself and cheer yourself up a little bit, you know, get a little pep in your step or whatever. Just little things you can do to accomplish that and make that happen. So I would love for you to leave me a comment and let me know what you do for self-care. What is something that lights you up and brings you joy? All right, there's gonna be some videos that are gonna pop up on your screen that I think you would absolutely love. So be sure to click on so you can keep watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.